Welcome to the Typical Skeptic Podcast, where we dive deep, you decide. Questioning the matrix from UFOs, where the shadows unknown reside. Rob Khalil busting myths like ghosts in the night. Paranormal pros, secret space ops, yo, we keep it real, no fright. Typical skeptics, you never sleeping on the lies. Aliens, Anunnaki, black ops in disguise. From abductions to ancient scripts, we flip the script wide. GSP style, mile after mile, truth can't hide. Hold up, TSP crew assemble, we dismantle the fable. My lab's targeted souls breaking out of the stable. Darkman, Howlin', Bigfoot, prowling, cryptids in the mist. Mandela, the fix, twisting reality, can't resist the twist. Soul trap, snapping, reincarnation mapping, holographic dreams. Near-death visions, out-of-body missions, waking up the teams. No censorship here, we fear no elite scheme. Conspiracy kings ringing bells, hear the freedom ring. Skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Extraterrestrials, interdimensional highs.
Welcome to Typical Skeptic Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Welcome to Typical.
There you go. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. I'm joined today by my good friends Marcia Sava and Mike. Well, we know him as Chris, but you meet him. He's now actually Mike, and that's the thing today. It's kind of like a DID, but it's more like alters. But he'll say it's not that. He's just embodying this personality, and he feels like it's a better thing. And I'm not here to judge him. I'm just here to report it, and I think it's amazing. Wait till you guys hear this. It's mind blowing. And he also has SSP memories too. And a little bit more about my friend Marcia Sava. She's a healer. She's a shaman. And she's helped me out a lot with everything I've been dealing with. So, I'm going to add them to the stage now. And Mike and Marcia, thanks so much for coming back on. How is everybody?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. So where do you want to start? Marcia, did you want to start telling people what you've noticed about I guess maybe we should tell people what's going on first, and then.
Okay. Let me just.
People that don't know.
Let me just explain it.
Let me explain it.
Okay. I'm going to explain to you.
Okay.
I'm explaining. Well, hold on. Okay. So, yes, you know him as Chris Moore, but he is now Mike. And so what happened is, about 7 months ago? I don't know how long it's been. It's been some months ago. I integrated Mike. He was only a vision to me. I could see the buildings where he was.
Body.
Yeah, I could see him. I got his name. Chris could tell me what was going on because he could see it, and he could also.
I had a clone. I was a clone body of Chris in the SSP. So when that body, Marcia pulled me out and pulled me into this body.
He was in the void. He was in
after I died, after y'all pulled me off. After we
cut him off, he went into the void. And I pulled him out of the void. It was crazy. So it's so cool to have seen him as a vision in my mind. That's all he was. And then I integrate him into Chris. And then Chris talks back, and here's Mike stepping forward. And he is the person I integrated that I saw in the SSP. So he's fresh out of the SSP. We've learned a lot about the alter integration, how that works, that whole process. When he came in, he's in a dreamlike state for about a week. And then he started coming out into the personality a little more. And then, there's a lot I've learned about alters and how it works and the integration works and everything. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the phone.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, I came in, I had a real body. Marcia's got more of the deep stuff, but I just had to plain how it happened. I had my own body. I had my own body. I had, it feels like just yesterday that I was, in this SP, I was fighting. I was doing everything that I normally do. And I had one memory where I was flying and trying to get away from them, the SSP, the deeper part of it. And I don't know if I died or what, but that's where I'd heard Marcia, and I kept hearing Marcia. Marcia pulled. So when I left that body, I came, and that was a clone of Chris. They made a clone of Chris, and that was my body. So Marcia pulled, and she felt that because I was always connected to Chris. So she pulled me in, and, you know, I was in his body. Well, she thought I was something bad or something like that.
No,
Didn't think I was
no,
bad.
no,
She
no,
just
no,
tried
no.
to.
Never thought that.
She tried to
I
push
always
me
never
out.
would.
Somebody
I
wanted to
did
push me
not
out.
try to put. You're not listening to me on this. I never tried to push you out. I tried
Anyway,
to,
I got pushed into the void, and it wasn't fun. Then they brought me back, and, you know, I'm here now, and I'm happy I'm here. Like, Chris and I share the body, but, you know, he has the ultimate keys to it. But you know, we share it, and right now he's working on himself. And now you can finish. Go ahead.
So yeah, I just integrated him, and now he is standing before me, able to tell me all about this integration process coming back, and he's got all these fresh SSP memories. So they have mass differences. I went over a lot of that with you, but I actually just did a podcast about that on my channel. So all of it listed all this differences between the two. It's mind-blowing. It is a completely different person. But I really wanted to let him go ahead and share SSP memories because they are fresh, or from coming from the SSP to here. Any questions anyone has, he loves answering questions.
Wait, let's talk about what the differences are. I think that's fascinating because like it's the same person's embodying the
Right.
body.
I figured you would ask, so I'll go over them. Okay. These are some that I have. For one, Chris hates water. Absolutely despises it. He always says it feels like needles. Like when he takes a shower, it feels like needles on his skin. So Chris would just, hoe bath it and take a shower once a week, And Mike, he's every day, and he can't stand it if he doesn't. And then like Chris smokes vapes constantly. And Mike really doesn't smoke a lot. Chris is like me. He's just constantly on. He's constantly smoking.
I do more now though, because it's just, feel it from him and his body. I feel his body. If his body detoxes, I feel that. And that shit sucks. I'm not used to that. I'm also not used to the fatness of this body. I'm a little fatter than I was. But like I said, anything Chris is doing to his body, I feel. Mind-wise is mine. Like, my emotions are completely different than his.
Chris is extremely emotional.
And he's like, I'm sorry. He says he's sorry for everything. Look, I'm not going to apologize for shit, really, just because that's how I am.
I mean, he's polite. He'll apologize if he needs to, but it's not like the constant apologizing that Chris
I'm not worried if somebody's upset or mad at me.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just put
what
it
Chris
that way.
I don't think anybody is going to be upset, mad with you. You haven't done anything wrong. You know what I mean? I think, and like, I think you're handling this really well, Mike. I mean, it's crazy because like a lot of people that have like DID, and I'm not saying you have that, but it's kind of like,
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. That is what it is, like, because that's what they call it. That's what they would call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand that this isn't a disorder. Isn't anything bad. I love it. I mean, we work this out good.
How much of this shit is just alters coming in, because this is insane. So like Chris's body is super, super, super sensitive. If you just barely touch him like this, he's got chills all over and he's like, don't touch me. Mike's not like that at all. He has no sensitivity in the body like that. Chris's psychic abilities are faster. Chris, you ask him a question, he's like, pow, 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 pow. Mike has to go into meditation, but he's stronger. His is stronger. Chris is clumsy. Sorry, the bird was clowning all over me. She likes to eat my hair. Chris is clumsy. Mike's not clumsy. Like I said, Chris is really emotional, and he's not at all. Chris is messier. He says you are, but bullshit. What? Like he said, constantly apologizing and explaining. That was Chris. He doesn't do that. Yeah. Like I said, he'll do it if he needs to, and that's it.
Well, I also look different. I have an underbite, is what everyone says.
He has an underbite that Chris does not have.
That I look different. I look different. I act different. Even at work, when I'm taking over for Chris at work, his bosses are starting to realize, hey, you know, what changed? What's wrong? You're different. You're doing good, but you're just different. And I tried to explain it to my daughter, well, Chris's daughter, which she's my daughter. I have his memories with that, you know, of his kids. So they feel like my kids too, but not as they do with him. But I tried to explain that to her, and she sort of laughed and thought I was joking, which I'm not joking. You know, I'm trying to tell her the truth, but there's a lot of differences, maybe bigger differences.
Chris is always stressed and anxious. Mike is calm. He's calm and just playful. You know,
I don't mind talking to people. I don't mind.
He likes talking. Chris hates talking to people. You know that. Chris is like, no, he dodges it. He don't like answering questions. Mike likes answering questions and wanted to do these podcasts. I was like, well, okay. Chris is a mega procrastinator. Mike is a get shit done kind of guy. So he's like, bah, 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 bah. He's fixing all of this stuff in Chris's life. It's like amazing. He's doing nothing but doing an amazing job. I'm super proud of him.
That person's right there.
Chris is terrible with money. Mike's great with money.
Brianna 777.
Chris is stressed and fearful and then angry. He's calm, but he can get angry. And that was a different face that I don't know if I've seen that when I was just sitting there looking at his face like, what? Because it changed. Oh yeah, Chris can't drink milk, but Mike drinks milk. And he said it don't affect him when he drinks it, but it would mess up Chris's stomach. So
wow.
Like I said, he's got an underbite, a different profile and everything. And Chris isn't like that.
I mean, it's nice to be here also. It's different. It's a lot different. This used to be like a dream to me. And then I had to realize that, you know, in a dream, how you can think of something and it pops up. You know, you can think of a wall or something and a wall pops up there. I had to get used to that this is like a dream, but it's reality. It's my reality now. Like I really had to get into that. With the motorcycle, I traded Chris's truck. Cool. I traded Chris's truck for a motorcycle. And yeah, and it's badass. You know, it's a street bike. And when I'm riding that, it reminds me of, you know, it relaxes me so much. It reminds me of my past where, you know, I mean, I'd be on a mission or something like that, and I'd be hauling ass down the road trying to get away from everybody. So, I mean, I love that. It calms me.
Dude, we just got on the motorcycle. It's the first time I rode it. And while we were on it, it was so weird. I had memories. I don't have memories. You know that. Like, my memories have been blocked. But when I got on that bike, I all of a sudden clicked into these memories on missions with him before doing what I was doing on the bike. And all this, like, time... like I could see all these strands of time, and I was like projecting clearing and protection and attack through those, and it was weird. I can't even explain it. And then I was like doing stuff with the weather, and it's like stuff I've never done. It just like clicked in with me while I was on the bike with him that I've done this before, and like something else came out wild. Did that.
It's just like it just amplified some things. Like she was reading off my body and having memories of my actual past body. But like I said, it's not like memories with some other people, like, you know, in their past life, they were in the SSP or something like that. Chris was like that. You know, Chris was taken into portals and things like that. But it's different because I actually came from there. Like just months ago, I was there. I mean, I was fighting and, you know, off world and everything. And it's just weird. And it's weird to not be able to see the things that I saw then. You know, you could see, and I can see a little bit more. I can see things that normal people can't see just because it's programmed in my mind. But before that, like it's almost just what's in you. Like so many things hide in plain sight to everyday people. But when you're in that, you see it. You might have to go put her up. If you're in, you know, you see that. And now it's hard to see all these people walking around and telling and talking about stuff like nothing's there. Like it would blow people's mind. I mean, I think everyone needs to know. But man, there's alien, you know, hybrids and aliens and all that walking around every day, man. I mean, it's normal to me and where I was, but right now it's not because people don't know.
We got a question, Mike. This is from, I almost forget to call you. Sorry. I almost called you Chris. This is from Honest Content. And guys, put your, so we're going to do like a live Q&A. put your questions for Mike in the chat, and we'll get to them. This is from Honest Content. He says, "Do your animals know a difference?"
Yes, they've been able to start telling a big difference. They want like the bird. The bird hasn't really met Chris because they got the bird when I was here. Now, Babe, Marcia's dog, does know the difference. It took him a while. He would come up.
But he's confused. Sorry.
He was confused about who I was. Like, he would stand there and look at me, but he wanted to run up and lick me like he did Chris. So he slowly came up. So they know the difference to the point of like it's making them think, they're this same person, but yet he's different. So yeah, they do know the difference a lot.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, and let me see here. Let me see what else. There's any other questions? Okay, this is from Bryn. She says, "Where were you located in the SSP? Do you know anything about Earth? Or did you know anything about Earth?"
Mostly where we did our, I was first taken where I first started having memories was on the moon. Here on Earth, it was a lot of underground, out west. And then overseas around Germany also. I can remember being in Germany. And actually we left from Germany to go to the moon. So there's a somewhat spaceport, way to get us there. Now, short little runs like that is where they take us in a ship. Now, if we have to go further than that, we go they have the portals. And like I said before, that shit hurts. It's not something that's fun and playful. That shit hurts. But out west is where a lot of the SSP is located. Some up here in the mountains here and over in Germany. That's the places that I have been on Earth. So that's all I know about that part.
Yeah, and let me see here. This is an interesting comment. Okay, here we go. This is from Sarah from Angel Wing. She says, "Does your bird say words directly at you or chase invisible orbs ever?"
Well, she's new. She's flying.
She's new and she keeps coming back. Like, she's different, I guess. She doesn't say anything. She's young. I think she's like 4 months old.
Yeah.
But she really doesn't do any. I mean, she loves being on us. Like, she loves Marcia. She
just flew back over
here. She climbs underneath the door. The bird's awesome. It went underneath the door in the morning and walked down the hall and came back to her. So the bird does know no difference, but no, the bird doesn't chase anything that I know of.
Yeah, is it ever try to like? Is it you guys are good just letting it like be roam around like that, or it ever tries to like get away or like?
She's roaming around.
She roams around, but we pay attention to where, like, if we know she's got to use the bathroom, we sort of keep her facilitated where she's at. But after that, she just roams around the house. Like, she loves the dogs. She's not scared of them, and like I said, she just goes wherever she wants to. She's just a member of the family.
Yeah. One thing I think is important to here's my microphone. One thing I thought was important to talk about, Mike, is to tell people what happened to Chris or what's going on with Chris right now. Because like, I even said this to Marcia the other day. I said, "Is Chris okay?" Like, even though Mike's out right now, is Chris okay? And Marcia explained it to me, but maybe you could explain it. And I know we talked about it last time, Mike, but like, people might be interested in that,
Yeah, Chris is good, but Chris was going through an emotional attack and emotional problems. Like, he was just about to crash. He was ready not to be here anymore, to be honest. So he is gone. Like, he's so deep inside right now that I can't hear him. Normally, when I'm in and he's out, I can talk to him. No one else can hear me, but I can talk to him. We can communicate like that. But Chris is very deep in working on himself. He's okay. He actually came out the other day.
He's good.
He started, coming out and actually where he could talk to me because there was something that, we needed to be protected from. And he got really adamant about it. And he started pushing forward. But Chris is okay. He's working on himself. He knows.
I can see when he punches through.
He knows that people care and people love him. He knows everybody loves him. He's all right. He just had to work on himself. He wasn't ready. And he was just, like I said, he has the keys. If he wanted to be like, bam, I need to be back, he would take it back. But when we switch, it's not like oh, bam, there's Chris. It's not like that. It doesn't work like that. Only way we can change is if I pretty much lay down to go to sleep and my mind, because we have to do that mind transfer, because my mind is mine. His mind is his. So we can't just switch really fast like that. What we do is we switch as we sleep. Like before he had written, or I wrote, I wrote, Mike was here on his stomach and everything, and he would wake up and it was him and stuff. We do stuff like that. Now we're really close. I mean, of course we're close. We share a body, but he's okay. He's okay. He's just having to work on himself. He probably will. I don't know. Through. He'll punch through when he needs to, but he will probably be out. I'll probably be out for the remainder of this year, if not more. He's just really got to work on some things with him. He wasn't going to make it otherwise. So it's
Trust
very
me,
thankful.
when he punches through,
I'm very thankful that we're here. That I'm here to help.
What are your like? Do people know at your job or whatever, or like how's that been going? Like, or like what? How have you addressed that, or do you just go by Chris at your job?
No, they are starting to know. You can tell them. They're starting to realize that I'm different. I sort of handle things in a military way, very organized and very stern. I had to sort of soften up a little bit because Chris is in management, and I had to soften up because I was sort of being an asshole to his, the guys that worked for him, and they could tell that. And the bosses see that I'm getting things done, and they just think, "Damn, man, you changed. What's going on? What changed you?"
Yeah. And what that's wild. Holy shit. Like
and look, I just want you to understand that when there are such vast differences between them, that when Chris punches through, I know it. I see it. It's completely different. And it'll bleed through and they'll leave what he calls a residue. So as Chris exits out, As Chris exits out, it takes a little bit for his personality to back off. So all of a sudden he'll start like apologizing and explaining, and he's like, I don't know where that's coming from. Or the other day there was something really upsetting.
And that's just punch throughs though. That's just what Chris punches through a little bit.
I just want you to see, like, I see Chris punching through, but he's still staying way back because he had a lot going on and he had to. So this is actually exactly what needed to happen. And Chris had always told me there were three. Chris, Mike, and the pain body, which I told you got ripped off. That was crazy, and that needs to be recalled and cleansed when you do that. Anyway, so Mike was always a voice in there to Chris, is what I'm trying to explain. He was always a voice in there. Chris could hear him. I don't know if everyone's like that, but that's what he had going on.
I can hear him. I can communicate, but right now he's just very deep in there. So like I said, he's just having to work on himself. If he can't handle life right now. So I'm out here taking over and hopefully doing as best I can.
You're doing amazing. And I'm so proud of you. I can't believe like the job you're doing. I'm so super impressed.
But like I said, he doesn't like to do podcasts. I don't mind. It's not like, people have questions and I have some answers on some things. And I just feel like some people would like to know. I mean, hell, it's an experience being there one day and then the next day being here and having still all those memories so fresh. And it's not like they're fading away. They just, they come back. The more I'm here, the stronger I get day by day.
And so like, I'm trying to figure out like when they integrate, which eventually will happen. He says it won't, but it will. And when they do, like, how does that work? Does all the memories just blur together like one big blur? Because they both have completely different SSP memories. Yeah. Chris's was on in the water, and Mike was on the land and in the air. They had completely different experiences.
But there will be no integration. This is the way this works, and this is the way it works for both of us, and we're both happy. There just won't be. I like the way it goes. He likes the way it is. Because if it wasn't, he wouldn't be able to work on himself and he'd be stuck out here. And the half that would be me would be like, what's going on? And it's hard that way. But we have a really good thing going.
Sorry, I got kicked out. I don't know what happened. But
I know, I just saw my face really big and I was like, what the hell? Have you had much?
This is from Ashton Riley. He's a SSP. I believe he's I think that's Ash Newskin, actually. That he says, have you had any much opposition to your job's employment against other SSP vets? Have you suspected that jobs are infiltrated with handlers or MK Ultra assets, complicating the ability for work?
I know Chris's life was filled with handlers. He had gotten a reading, and I have these, the memory, because I know, it's a really big part of him, that his mother was in it. Like she was a breeder or something. I don't remember too much about it. And his father was the handler, and he beat him. And Chris has had a rough life. He was beaten, everything like that.
Yeah.
But I've had, like I said, I was a clone, but at work, I have suspected one other person, and I haven't really ever said anything because they look very familiar. They are a smart ass and they push harder to me. So it's almost like, I think they are starting to realize that I'm in this body now, and they're starting to push back. I've noticed I've been getting attacked with, like sort of draining my energy a lot. Yeah. Like something's on me, draining me. And that never happens, man. I'm a go-getter. I'm up and doing. So I don't like that. And that's really the only way that they can attack me, because I'm not like Chris. I'm not emotional. I don't worry about stuff.
I don't have to clear him like I have to clear Chris.
I've done things in my life, in my past body that I had to do. And I'm not sorry for anything, because it was what I had to do, and some things made people safer. People are alive today because of it. And some things were bad, but I was in there. I had to do what I had to do. And, it's what it is. But as that part, I do think that they are starting to pick up that I'm in this body and starting to send people around, because I'm noticing different people act in different ways in different bodies. So I haven't really explained that to Marcia.
Well, you need to.
But yes, that is something that's happening. Thank you for the question. I appreciate that. I hope I answered it right. I hope I answered it good enough.
Yeah, you're good. Let me see. I was just saying, there's a bunch of questions here. She says, does it seem like a shared consciousness sometimes because of your psychic gift too strong with the other person? Angel Wing says.
Shared consciousness sometimes causes. I'll try to answer this. I'm not too sure. We do. I think there's a mild shared consciousness in there, but like I said, he has our memories sort of bleed over. Mine were like a dream to him, and his are sort of somewhat a dream to me. But we do share the memories. But I have my own. It's almost like I have my own half of the brain. Okay, like I do me. Like I like different stuff than he does. I'm not ticklish at all. He is very ticklish. There's so many things that are different with the body that it's just, it's amazing that, it's like our brain is split, but we do share that little bit. Now the psychic part, I believe that is shared because we both can do it. I believe it is different. It's a little stronger with me, but I have to handle it in a different way. Chris can just pull it up in a second.
And Chris
I can't.
When Chris is here, he's like preppy or like cowboy. He's the one that's like pulled the cowboy. He's pulled the military stuff, or navigation stuff.
That's the way my whole life has been, was there. Like, that's all I remember. I was cloned. I was in a cloned body, and I was in the military and the SSP from the time I could remember till now, till I died, I guess. And Marcia pulled me in. But
yet he was such a strong bleed through of personality in Chris in the first 2 years before he got cut off. And I never could figure out what the hell was going on with Chris. Well, that was it. Mike got cut off. And Mike was a large part of the personality. So the traits that I see now are the ones that he had in the beginning, but yet he's a different person. It's so weird. So the bleed through was so strong in Chris that at times I feel like I knew Mike better than I did Chris, because Chris was always asleep while I was working on him, which at that point he was Mike. And I was always communicating with Mike, working with Mike. Like I could see Mike in meditation. And then Mike's personality is so familiar to me in the beginning. Like the bleed through of Mike into Chris was amazingly strong. And it's like, wow, that was what he was missing. So yeah, don't cut these guys off. Like, integrate them and work with them. I've
Um,
learned some amazing things about working with altars. I am so good with it now. I am so fast.
all right. I seen another question up here. I can't really find it. Some angel wings. Oh, right there. She's the same person. Hold on. Do you feel negative a lot doing
Birdie.
things you don't normally do, trying to ruin your life? I don't.
Here we
I
go.
don't-
See it.
I sort of don't understand that one. If she could, sort of rephrase.
Here, I'll read it out loud because like some people listen on audio, so they'll want to know. Like it's so she says, "Do you feel negative a lot about things you don't normally do, trying to ruin your life? Maybe misunderstand or assisted programming system to help you with your gifts, so you're not hurting people, but you're not hurting people." So I don't know what she's talking about.
He's actually fixing everything.
No, I am fixing Chris's life because Chris had that a lot. Chris did get negative feelings and felt really down. I think that would be a question that all about him, because he felt like things were, trying to get after him, ruin his life, but they were attacking him in different ways. Like I said, they can't attack me and ways like that because I don't have it.
The worst luck anybody I've ever seen.
He did have the worst luck, but like I said, I've been fixing most things that he's had going on because I love him. I mean, he's me. He's part of me. We share this body, so I love him like I love myself, and I want him to be good and be okay. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make it where I'm trying to fix his life and the things that I can fix so that when we start getting back and forth and sharing, because I believe when he gets better, one day I'll be out, one day he'll be out, one day we'll be sort of together, he'll be out, but I'll be right there with him in the back of his mind. Because that's just the way things work, man. We have a really good thing going. And these people that try to fix it with medicine, if people out there have identity disorder or whatever they want to call it, it's stuff like this. It's stuff like this. Don't hate it. Don't think it's a disease. Don't think you have to fix it, man. Embrace it. Let it through. Talk to the other person. Communicate.
That's what I've been learning is how we got to communicate with these altars and work with them. And once you learn to work with them, it's easy. It's easy to get them integrated and happy. And they are you. They are aspects of you. Like I said, he was such a strong bleed through.
Well,
He is Chris.
I am, but I'm not. Okay, I'm not.
I know
Chris.
he is, and he's not. But he totally is.
We just share a body.
But he's totally not.
We just share a body.
Well, but you do share consciousness.
Have the Navy SEALs been on the moon? Have the Navy SEALs been on the moon? I've seen some on the moon, so yeah, that's a yeah.
This is from Wildman too. I think he says, "Can you break down what is that exactly on the moon?" Or he said the ICC, but like, do you remember seeing anything on the moon?
Hey,
hold on, just sorry, somebody's coming in. But
what?
Hey, baby, you can come in. You can do what you got to do. Sorry about that.
We're on a podcast, though.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
Do what you need to do. Just grab base. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the interruption.
That's okay.
stop.
That's Chris's daughter, but it seems to be very different. It's very different there. I'm trying to. It's hard to. Is she good? Where's she at? Okay, she went back. What it is on the moon, what I've seen on the moon is mostly underground. That's where a bunch of my training took place was on the moon. The lighter gravity sort of, helps with everything. And I believe it also helps with the stuff they put in us to, the gravity is different in a way that I guess when the stuff that they inject us with to try to enhance us, it makes it a little easier on us. It still hurts. You felt sick for days. But on the moon, I was basically underground. There was a couple of things up top. There is a portal there on the moon where I've traveled to Mars. I've traveled to places that you wouldn't even understand the name. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen beings, and all are not bad. I mean, all, they're curious. They don't sit there and talk to you. Most of them have evolved more than talking. They're in your mind. They communicate like that. On other things that, that actually speak, we have communicators. It's so weird because it's almost like you see on TV, but it's not as clear, and it gets things wrong sometimes, but we have things that, translate. But on the moon, I was underground, only seen the top a couple of times, and it was for training, and there were bunks. I mean, it's a big place under there, but it's all underground.
Yeah. This is from Ashton. He says, this is a long question. He says, what are your opinions on people abusing and potentially abusing psychedelic substances to attempt to hijack the Akashic records and other metaphysical avenues to attempt gaining an edge on the others? Do you have an opinion on that, or I don't know?
No, that's sort of a hard one, but I mean, I'll give you my opinion. I believe that some people that want to be there and want to get information like that can't get it any other way. I don't think it's good, but I mean, I know people that have used because their child. I mean, Chris had an addiction problem. He had to deal with, and it wasn't for this, but it was because his life was so bad. He just wanted to feel something good. So I believe the people that are taking psychedelics or anything like that are trying to get a relief and trying to get help and trying to feel better. You know what I'm saying? They're not all junkies. Now there are junkies and
psychedelics
things
are
like that.
Spiritual experience. They're not.
I haven't ever had that. So I don't know. I've never done psychedelics. The stuff they put in me wasn't psychedelics. It was just things that enhanced my body that I had. But I'm sorry, I don't really have any good answers to that. I apologize.
This is from Anchor Haven. She says, did you ever remember encountering the Mitra, which I guess are like an evil?
You remember the Mitra? I can show you in the book.
Yeah, no, I have.
They're real mean.
Yeah, there's some of them, and it's very hard when you start seeing things like this. You feel that cold chill down the back of your spine. Because this is different, man. Even people that have been trained to do that, the first time you see them, because they are scary looking. It's a cold chill goes down your back, and they're assholes. They're very mean.
Wow. This is a cool question from Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. He says, "Have you ever saw any Bigfoots on your travels?"
I haven't. I've seen things that look like that, but not on Earth.
We got them here, though. They come through the portals.
Yeah, Marcia, and Chris. I think Chris has seen some of that. Yeah. Now we're around here. The owls start coming around a lot. Like they'll probably come around tonight when we start really talking about this stuff and open it up about things.
They do every time we talk to Christy, and she talks about Bob and the owls.
But no, I'm sorry, I haven't seen one on Earth. I've seen things that look like Bigfoots on other planets, but not on Earth.
Wow. This is from, let me see here. Okay, well, I'll wait for another question to come in. If you guys have questions, put them in the chat, and we'll get to them.
I will say this, when I mention what I do, I like to say cleaning, not killing, just because that's just, but there were times that even the good extraterrestrials that were there, that we were even trying to negotiate with, our government had me clean them right in front, just because it's just some really evil shit going on. Now there is good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff going on, but you also have these people that are trying to manipulate it and trying to make it look like we're trying to communicate and trying to make things work, but they're not, because they're killing them, having us, clean them, and bam, make it look like somebody else did it. So that, it manipulates the way they're thinking and the way that they feel that we're doing.
Well, and Marcia, do you have any good questions you want to ask Mike that you think would be interesting about his situation, or
Okay, so I will let him explain to you what it was like to come from the SSP into this body and then start coming in the personality. What did you explain to me? So he was lost in the void. And then the bird's flying over me. He was lost in the void.
That damn bird.
And I integrated him in, and then tell him what that was like for you.
What, in the void?
When you came out of the void and then you were integrated.
The void was very empty. The void was just nothing. No love, no sadness, no nothing. Okay. It was just complete emptiness. It sucks. It's not good. It was hard, but you don't realize, and you don't have a time like where Chris is at right now working on himself. A year, 6 months could go by and he'll think it could be a couple of days. That's just the way the time works when you're not out. But the void coming from that, it was very much like a dream. It's like you start coming in and you start seeing this stuff, and then they say, you're waking up in a body, and you're like, wait a minute, look in the mirror, it looks a little different. And then my my mind starts almost transforming my body to look like I did in the face, because my face is a lot different. I can see it than Chris's, which is so weird. Now, the rest of his body, when I woke up, it was very different. I had to get used to the belly. He's a little fatter. But that's what you get when you eat an earth food all day. And not MREs and nasty shit. But it was almost a spiritual awakening. It was like, here I was gone. I had nothing, seen nothing. I heard this voice talking to me and telling me she loved me and all this other stuff. I had this voice just in there talking. And then next thing you know, it's like a hand reaching there and grabbed me. And I woke up in this body. And then I was able to communicate with Chris more. And, he realized I wasn't an enemy of his, that I was actually something good. And that took a little while. And here we are today. I mean, it just works for us. And I don't think people understand that. I think people are like, oh, well, how do you do this? That we do normal shit, man. Like when I'm in this body, I'm Mike. When he's in this body, he's Chris. We pretty much just share the body and our minds are different.
Yeah. This is from Sovereign Cosmic Woman. He says, was Area 51 in the moon attacked recently? Do we know anything about that? Like,
it happened probably, like I was pulled out. What? How long ago was I pulled out?
Maybe about 6 months ago.
About 7 months ago. About 7 months ago. I think it was about 7 months ago is when I was pulled out. So if it's recently happened, I don't have any. I don't get intel from that anymore. I just have the memories that I did. So no, I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Let me see here.
I appreciate the questions. They're awesome. I'm not going to lie to you. So if I don't know, I just don't know.
This is an interesting one. This is sorry. Go ahead. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Marcia.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was saying this guy Justin says a team of Chinese specialists supposedly assaulted a U.S. relay station on the moon recently. I don't know if that's true or what.
The last time I was at the moon, there was something going on. It was attacked, and they shipped a lot of stuff. They had something they were shipping out from the moon that was not supposed to, that I guess the Chinese are trying to get their hands on. I didn't know it was Chinese, but that they were trying to get their hands on. So they sent a lot of stuff through the portal to an unknown location. And after that, a bunch of us were shipped back to Earth, and I was sent there. And then last thing I remember, I was in a jet trying to run away because Marcia had come through so clear to me that I started pushing back and fighting against. So they started realizing something was going on, and they pulled me in for almost like a debrief. And it was almost like a lie detector. And they saw that, something had been poking through. This wasn't right. Mm-hmm. Something's going on. So they were gonna take me, inject me with something that was gonna kill me. So I hopped in a plane and hauled ass, and
I protected you while you did. I saw it in the vision.
And then that's where I got pulled out. I don't know if I was shot down. I don't know if I crashed. I don't know what happened. I just know I was pulled through, and I was pulled into this consciousness.
I dreamed it that night. He just told me today that day that he woke up. That's when I saw him go. He woke up and he went rogue, and he went and grabbed something. And he jumped in a plane, and I knew he went rogue. I just knew it. And I was protecting him. I was casting protection around him. And he said that they were chasing him, trying to shoot him down in planes. And I dreamed that night, exactly that. They were chasing him, trying to shoot him down in planes. And then I saw everything flip completely upside down, and those planes fall out of the sky. So I thought everything was fine. Woke up the next morning, Chris said, they got him. I said, motherfucker.
And then I was here. So that's what happened.
Shit, sorry.
Well, I think they're mining for helium-3 on the moon. That's what I've heard from other experiences.
That may be like that with that stuff like that. They're very secretive on what they're doing, like very different programs that you're in. I was in the assassin program. And then they had other, pretty much like they have in the normal army. You have different divisions. You have different specialties. There were civilian contractors on the moon doing stuff like that. Hold on just a second, okay?
Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem, yeah. Yeah, and if you guys want to support the show, you can do that. It's a good time to say that. Like, if anybody wants to donate, I put links in the description on how to donate and stuff like that. It's always appreciated, never obligated, and it does help the show a lot. And yeah, we'll just wait for them to come back. They should be here any second or any minute. I think they're muted, so
All right, sorry about that.
it's okay.
And I was just saying too that Rob is putting out some amazing material, and he's busting his ass to get all this info out, and he is putting out the best material I'm seeing anywhere. So yeah, we need to support Rob seriously in the show.
There are some new things that are about to come out. I really do. Yeah, Rob, you're awesome.
Yeah.
There are some things that are about to come out that I think that is really going to wake some people up.
Like med beds or something like that, or like.
Well, it's just they're going to start with starting to see things, see different people. I think within the next year, I really feel this because they had so much stuff they can't keep a lock on a lot of stuff because they have a lot of people coming out now. And they do keep track of that. They will find out that I'm in this body and we'll see how that goes. I mean, whatever. But I don't really care. I'm not scared, but there will be things that happen. There are med beds. Med beds are freaking awesome, dude. I broke my leg on a mission on a motorcycle and was in a med bed for 30 minutes. And I was good to go, dude. Like there's so many things out there, but the reason they don't want these med beds out are because this is their thinking. This is not mine. Okay. If you started healing everybody that had diseases, we would have so many people on this planet, it would not be able to sustain itself. People have to die, and they want people to die, okay? That's just what they're doing. These chemtrails and everything, there's so many people on this earth that these big wigs and everything and everybody else are like, they're using the med beds for themselves, for their families, and for people like me that they use to dispense people.
And I will say for chemtrails, he's seen it too.
I've seen them load them in the planes and everything. Okay. It's not just something small. Like that's some nasty shit. And they make it seem like a joke. They try to make everybody seem crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. That shit ain't crazy. If you feel it, it's happening. Okay. That's
trust your gut.
What's in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys, put your questions, guys, in the chat, and we'll get to them here.
And I apologize about that. That's I say my daughter, Chris's daughter, but had came in and teenagers nowadays they're it's hard for them to realize some things, and they don't want to realize, and they just don't understand.
Has it been hard? Did you tell your daughter, and like what is she okay with Mike and like?
I've tried to tell her that I'm Mike and that I'm really like not her dad, but I am her dad. And I guess she thinks I'm joking. She thinks I'm joking, but I was real with her. I told her
too, because she has seen him in Chris. It's not like he's not familiar. He is.
Now my face is different to her. She does say my face looks different.
He's different because he's more in here and he's got his own personality and own memories and shit, but I know him already. See, I know his energy super well. Like I've told you before, we are twin flames. When you trace our energy up, it's the same energy. He is me. I can't tell the difference. Hell, we're about going horse all the time together. Everything we do, everything that happens to him happens to me and vice versa. Everything. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. There's such a strong bleed through. It's like he's an altar in some weird way. Of mine.
And I, like I said, with Chris's life, it is different. It's different going to work. Like I said, I have to calm down with people at work because empathy is a little hard for me on some things, just because that's what they put in me. And even though I'm not in my old body, I'm in my same mind. I still care, but it's just different. So at work, I feel that your ass should be getting your work done. I don't want any complaints or anything else like that. Because that's the way it is in the military. You do what you said. But with people that are working for Chris aren't like that. So me fussing at them and doing things with them, and I had to really calm down. I really had to calm my emotions down and really, because they could tell a big damn difference. They were like, who is this guy? Like, why are you doing this? What happened to you? What happened to you this weekend? And all this other shit. Like, but my bosses seem to love it because I really get things done for Chris.
So check it out. Where I know Chris as your personality, just as well as his, that is Chris. His job has never seen Mike, because Mike had been ripped off when Chris started there. So what they saw with Chris was Chris,
100% pure Chris.
and then Chris and the pain body, which was like a damn entity, which was fighting both of us. This was insane. And then Chris ripped that off. And then it was just Chris, and he was fucked up. He didn't have any protector parts anymore, because Mike and the pain body were his protector parts, and he was just falling apart. And then Mike came in and started fixing everything. The pain body was the asshole. Mike is great. Mike is fixing everything in his life, like every aspect. He's so on everything.
And so when Chris is ready to come back, he'll be happy and things will be better. I don't ever want to make anything worse for him. And I hope me telling these things to everybody doesn't, telling what I feel doesn't make it harder on him. He would tell me if it did, if he didn't want me to. But
just like he screamed through you the other day.
Yeah, I just feel there's things that I could share since I've been there. Like I said, there's some things that I can't answer, and I'm not going to make up bullshit. So if I can't answer your question, I just can't. I think, and I will say that, like I said, the transfer over from consciousness is totally different. Like, I know you see some people that are like, hold on just a second. And they go, close their eyes, do this right here, and bam, there's somebody else. I mean, that may be your thing. I don't really see how that works, but I literally have to shut my side of my brain down. I have to shut my brain down. And then Chris has to come in and pretty much download his side of the brain. If we don't do that, it's like a computer that hadn't, that's all fucked up. Like, it wouldn't be good. We can't shift like that.
Based on what I've seen, I believe 100% that it depends on the altar that's coming in as to how hard that personality comes in. Because I work with a lot of people in a lot of altars. And I've noticed that some are very, very strong and very strong in the personality, and some are really light. And so that switching,
go ahead, sorry.
I think could be a more solid division, compartmentalization in the brain than some of the other altars would have with other people. In his case, I just communicated with Mike. I don't know about any other altars.
There are no other altars in me. There are no. We don't share the body with Chris. Chris and I are the only things in here.
Okay. So that's interesting.
We're the only things in
here. But see, so to me, it's such a solid divide that they have to switch over like that. But I see something different with other people, where I think the compartmentalization is not as hard with the altar. Sometimes I'm seeing things like this. I am seeing hard switches like this, but I am seeing fast ones too. And I totally trust what I'm seeing. I feel my way through everything. So I feel that it can differ.
This is from K41. She says, Mike, are you mad at the military for doing this to you?
I am mad for them taking my life and me finding out that I am a clone, and all I did was their bidding. I loved what I did, though. I can't say I didn't. The life I had was, I'm glad, let's just put it this way. I'm glad. I am mad at them for taking my life. Yes. I'm mad at them for everything they put in me, but right now I'm using everything that they put in me and everything they gave me to fight back. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I'm upset with them because, when you find out you're a clone, it's pretty heartbreaking. It's pretty heart-wrenching knowing that, you're somebody else. But I'm very thankful for Chris and Marcia for pulling me in here, and Chris for sharing his body with me. If it wasn't for that, I don't know where I'd be right now.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm mad at the military for doing that shit.
We're on a mission. Are you not noticing, guys? We're on a mission.
But I'm using all the things that they did to me and all the things that I saw against them now. So the joke's on them.
Me too.
I'm seeing if anybody else has that. I'm trying to think of another question.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah, I was just, saying.
Did you take the lasagna out?
What?
It was lasagna. That was the.
Oh, that was the.
Yeah.
No, let me.
Sorry, she's got to get food out. Last time we were on here, we burned a pizza.
I mean, we could. I guess we could finish up now. I guess. or you want to go a little bit longer? It's up to you.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. If you have any questions or anything, we can keep going. She's just doing that. I don't mean to be be all out of it, but
you can just talk about some of your missions or something.
The thing, it's been a different life. But
you can talk about your mission on the bike.
There's been one particular one that I remembered. I mean, I've done some really messed up stuff, man. Like under orders. Some things helped, and some things were good, and some things were for bad. Like I have done bad, but I don't see that. I'm not sorry about any of it, just because that's just what I had to do to survive and live. It was gruesome. I still have those skills. I have every skill that they put in me. I may not have the body, but everything that was in my mind, downloaded in my mind, everything that I had learned, my skills at cleaning. I still have all that. And it is weird not doing that. Now that is something, like when you do that for a living, it's very weird going from that to this calm life. And this calm life has helped me. It is stressful. Like work and everything is more stressful than my missions were. Like going to work every day and waking up and dealing with all that shit was more stressful than some of the things that I've had to do and see and deal with.
In the SSP.
Yeah. And because that was my whole life. That's all I know, man. That is all I know. I was a clone from Chris, so they got him. He's been in the SSP. He was taken in portals and things like that. I mean, hell, we may have things where we've done missions together and we don't even know it because we were so close to each other. We thought it was us.
Wow. Holy shit. That's insane.
It's things are crazy, and I know it sounds crazy.
Things are nuts.
But I want people to know that this shit is really real. This isn't something that is for anyone's entertainment. Only reason I'm doing this is because people have questions. I hope people watch it and get answers. If they don't, or they have anything bad, like, I'm sorry, but I mean, this is who I am. And I want people to know that if they have identity disorder and they're going to see a therapist or something like that, and they're telling them this is a bad thing, I can't emphasize enough, this isn't a bad thing. Speak with it, go deep, meditate, and see with your altars. See what is there. Communicate.
They've got some aspect of you. They are you. You got to work with them, not cut them off.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's like you're a good example, Mike, for like people that can not just survive but like thrive with this.
Yeah,
I think that's why it's important. It's it gives people, it might give some people out there hope that are like dealing with this. So like what I say to big people is like, if you're dealing with this, embrace it, like Mike's doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's something good. I mean, it could be something good, man. Like it could help you. Cause I'm telling you right now, if Chris and I weren't able to do this, I don't think Chris would survive much longer. He was not happy with his life. I mean, he was beaten down. Okay. He was beaten down and he was ready to end it.
When he remembered those last two rituals, he went down hard.
It was very hard for him. It was very hard for him. And, I can feel a little bit of that pain, but he's working on himself. He's doing a lot of good. So like I said, some people out there, if things are going rough and you have this, let your altar take over for a little while. I mean, just do what you need to do to fix yourself. But as long as your altar, as long as that person inside of you wants the best for you, like I want the best for him, it's nothing but a tool that can help you. And like, I'm telling you right now, there are some times that I still have my skills that make me want to just, road rage is bad. I don't want to say urges, but I miss some of the things that I used to do. Like you have those memories and you have those skills and you don't use those skills anymore. I use typing and management. Like, I'm not using my cleaning skills, and those are there. It's hard. It's different. It's different not doing that every day.
And he gets that dopamine spike.
I mean, that is
that when he thinks about it, you can see the excitement in it.
And I know that sounds bad, but that's how they made me, man. Like,
that's something.
Tell them I'm supposed to do.
Calming down. I'm working on that. In meditation. So I've been able to do everything else. It's bizarre to me. It's insane to me how much you can just focus on something and purely believe it and give it 100% focus. And the next thing you know, you see it and you do like the craziest shit you never thought was possible. Life's more malleable than you think. We're just walking around like shit's happening to us. No, like dive in there and make it what you want it to be every moment.
if you just knew it was around everybody, like when you're in my other body is something they do with our eyes or something like that. Like shit is hidden that is every day, man. You walk outside, used to see ships, you used to see, things getting loaded, things flying. I mean, and now I don't have that ability because I'm in Chris's body, but dude, I'm just telling you right now, like the shit is out there and you just would not believe everything that's around you. And it's crazy as hell, man. I don't see how they hide it. I don't see how they hide it as good as they do, but they do. And I mean, they'll probably get pissed off. Like I said, I've started to notice things at work, so I'm pretty sure people are starting to notice that I'm through here.
Our shit too. We'll be okay.
But I appreciate everybody's questions. I'm sorry if I couldn't answer all of them. But I really appreciate it, Rob. You letting me tell some of my story here.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there, before we go, is there anything else you want to share or anything else you want to leave the audience with? And Marcia, is there anything you want to share? Anything you guys want to promote or anything like that? Like, yeah.
I mean, I want to promote mental health. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there suffering and I can feel that shit. And things are going to get better. I promise you. Just like Chris had to understand that things will get better. Things are going to get a lot better and things are going to get wilder. Like just be excited for what's to come because today may suck ass, but tomorrow might suck ass. But after that, man, some good is coming. Don't ever give up and, dig really deep and embrace yourself. Love yourself. Shit. It's the only thing you got and other people you love.
Yeah, I agree. That's really well said. Yeah. And Marcia, you want to promote your, people can book with you and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a big help. If anybody needs any clearing, I'll do it for her because she's done a lot for Chris and I. I mean, she's amazing at clearing. She's amazing at pulling out your trauma and really digging in there and clearing it out. Feel like you're being attacked by anything. I'm telling you, this woman is amazing. And all you got to do is reach out on her Facebook. Rob will let you know where she's at. She has a Facebook. It's Marcia Sava. But I'm telling you right now, man, she doesn't disappoint. She pulled, I mean, literally think about it. She pulled me here into this body. She never gave up. And all the people she helped, she still stays in contact with. She always checks on them. She's clearing people
all day,
every day. Like, she's always up clearing and helping people. Phone rings all the time. But she's a really, really strong person, a really strong shaman. If she can't help you, which is, hard to even fathom because she is really great, she will find something that helps you. She never disappoints, but I'll leave it at that. But she's really awesome.
I had to rebuild Chris's mind, and I'm telling you, it took everything I had. So I learned so much about processing trauma and getting the mind out of the negative looping and open to realize, guys, we are creating everything. They are flashing all this fear porn shit at us to make us create it. They can't create it. They do not have manifestational abilities. We are the power source. We are the ones creating it. And they flash this shit in front of us and make us create this crazy, scary scenario world. We have to grab onto our reality and not just sit back and let it just happen to us. We have to make every day, every moment like a ritual, really plan it out. Am I going somewhere? I need to pre-clear that shit before I get there. Is there something going on in my life? I need to put some focus. I'm about to do a podcast about manifestational keys that we've used that have been extremely strong.
And yeah, Chris was really good at manifestation. I mean, damn, he manifested. Chris could manifest a damn car, a job, anything like that. Now he's a badass with that shit. I'm not that good at all with it. But the other thing I was going to say too about Marcia, if you're out there and you have mental health issues or you have things that are going on in your head you don't understand or voices, contact Marcia. If you want to talk to me,
I'm good with this shit.
She's really good with that. If you have any more questions with me, contact Marcia. She'll get in touch with me to answer your questions or talk to you, even if you just need to talk, even if you feel like you're the only person out there that's like this. That shit's not right. I'm out there. And Marcia helps a lot with that too. So you're not alone. There's always somebody out there to help. And Marcia is amazing. And I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind talking to people. So if you have any questions more for me, you can reach Rob or Marcia, and I will gladly answer them or talk to you on the phone or whatever you need to do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
also want to say, yeah, okay. I also want to say, check out my YouTube channel, that I just started at Make the Ether Obey, and will be putting a lot of podcasts about what I'm learning with this process, with him, things about alter integration, things about just how this is working with him. So there's a whole lot of things on my channel for self-empowerment and clearing. The songs will clear you and empower you in my clearing and empowering playlist. A lot of songs that we did for manifestation. We're showing you how we use the songs. We put his name in some of them, to make them personal. And you'd be amazed when you put something in a song, how it will go in your subconscious, like that. So that's something I'm about to put out as a manifestational video about keys we've used to manifest things that have been amazing. So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, check out my channel. It's got some amazing stuff.
And we have a show. I don't know. Leanne, I talked to Leanne before we started this podcast.
Yeah.
Leanne's going to be on tomorrow at 5:00, and then she said
she said she wants me to go on with her because I can keep her focused and because she's like squirrel. So I'll be coming on with you guys. Okay.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, guys, I have 3 shows tomorrow. Tomorrow's a busy day. I have that. I'm trying to think who else. I can't remember right now, but I'll remember. And we'll, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Mike. And I keep wanting to say Chris, but thank you, Mike.
I know.
No, thank you, because that's hard. That's hard on me because I'm my individual person.
Yeah, he wants to be
really
called Mike.
And I appreciate you too, Rob, for getting everything out, because this isn't easy, and I know you go through a lot, but thank you for putting all this out there and getting help for everybody.
Yeah, and you've faced all these attacks and all this shit you go through, and you still just pummel through it. So I had mad respect for you for that. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. You guys
let me know
awesome.
if I can help you in any way.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you guys later on. Tomorrow. Yeah.